Hey everyone, it's Michael GoosebumpsFan. I hope you're doing well today. Today I have a book review, and I finally finished it like 10 minutes ago after I did my other book video excitement announcement thing for SlappyWorld number 17 for the Goosebumps news video. I finally finished Goosebumps SlappyWorld number 14, 5th grade zombies. This is currently the newest Goosebumps book to get a release probably a couple of months ago, maybe a month ago, something like that. Came out forever ago and I still hadn't gotten around to it. I love this cover. I gotta say, this is one of my favorite SlappyWorld covers from Brandon Dorman. It's beautiful, really cool with the zombie children on it. I will say this book has a very good feel of the Series 2000 books, from what I've read of them. I haven't read many of them, but the ones I have read, it has that good, darker feeling to it. Even the ending, I would say, is not an entirely horrible cop-out like a lot of the SlappyWorld books. It's not my favorite ending, of course, but most of the SlappyWorld books have had terrible endings, and this is a great example of one. By the way, this is a spoiler-free review. Don't worry about having any of the book ruined for you if you haven't read it yet. The ending of this book is more of a darker note, but the execution is a little goofy. So the thing for me is, when I hear a new zombie book is coming out from Goosebumps, I'm always thinking back to something like Zombie Halloween, the Most Wanted Special Edition book, which is phenomenal. I really love that book. It's not perfect, but I love it. I think it's a fantastic read. Really gory, really scary, creepy atmosphere, really dark tone that really sticks with you. One of the more standout books of Goosebumps, kind of like Goosebumps Wanted, The Haunted Mask, which is my personal favorite at the moment. There are certain standout books of the zombie type of books out there from Goosebumps, and this is a great example of one that I had a lot of excitement for. I think a lot of fans did because of the cover alone. This is one of the big standouts from the SlappyWorld series. A lot of folks have been excited for. The thing is that like a month or so before the book actually was released, the whole synopsis changed on Amazon, and people started talking about this, bringing it up to me. I did a video about this as well, and it kind of just shocked me how just all of a sudden you just changed the whole project, because the original book sounded a lot better. I don't remember off the top of my head what it was, but I remember liking that idea better. This story is just a little too close to The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight. If you've read that book or seen the episode or seen the graphic novel adaptation, you're kind of already familiar with a lot of the story, I'll be honest with you. I do think I like Scarecrow Walks at Midnight more. I'll be honest with you. I think it's a better book. Better ending, creepier tone, scarier imagery, a scary dream sequence in that book, as a matter of fact. But SlappyWorld number 14, 5th grade zombies, has its moments. I actually really like the setup to it. You have a kid who likes blues music and who plays a harmonica, of all things. In 2021. In 2021, you have a kid who plays a harmonica and likes blues music. What in the world? I love blues music. I can't play the harmonica, nor would I try, but I like blues music quite a bit. And this kid is on a bus to go see his aunt and uncle and cousins and stay with them for a little bit. And for whatever reason, he's going to start school out there too. I don't know why. I guess he just is. I still don't think I ever got an answer as to why he was going to spend so much time there. I don't think it ever brought that up in the book, but it doesn't really matter to me. He goes there, he spends time with them, sees the cornfields they live on their own little farm, I guess. And that's pretty cool. And at one point he has some scary encounters with walking around in the dark and having things kind of catch onto his feet and stuff that may or may not feel like hands grabbing onto him. At some point he thinks he sees children climbing out of the cornfield, like out of the ground, like a Children of the Corn type of thing. There's a lot of references to that Children of the Corn short story from Stephen King. It has its moments, I'll be honest with you. 5th grade zombies, by the time I finished the book, I mean, matter of fact, I read about 60 or 70 pages the other day, in a couple of days, or in a day's setting, and I really enjoyed most of the book. I think the first like 80 or 90 pages of the book I really like. It's like 134 pages long. And I'll be honest with you, today I took my wife to the dentist, and I read about 15 or 20 pages, and that's where it lost me. Around like page 85 to 90, somewhere in there, is where the book lost me. Something really stupid happened that kind of gave the motivation of the zombies, if you will. And it was so fantastically stupid that it kind of ruined the book for me. It felt like kind of like an R.L. Stine thing, but on the other hand, in a lot of ways, I feel like in hindsight that this is not written by R.L. Stine. If I ever had to guess, if any book in this series of SlappyWorld books has been ghost written, I almost wonder if this is the one. because it feels so different from certain choices that Stein would have made, I think, even though he's made a lot of bad choices in some books, but he's made a lot of kind of suitably executed types of choices that even if it was a bad ending or something, it still felt like Goosebumps. It felt like Stein. This feels off. It feels just kind of partially off. I'm kind of curious if anybody else feels that way about this, not just me. Now, and like I said, with that being said, I enjoyed the book for the most part. I think that motivation thing I'm talking about is horrifically stupid. And I think the ending is not entirely awful. It was different from a lot of SlappyWorld type endings, but it was also not horrible like about 95% of those endings are, typically, from the newer Goosebumps books and the SlappyWorld series in general. I don't really know what to say. I'm not impressed with the book. I was excited for it. I'm kind of let down, I gotta be honest. This is not for me. This is for children. And there's a lot of things, like, again, when I'm thinking about zombie Halloween that was gory and scary and creepy, I don't expect every single Goosebumps book to be that. There are the funnier entries, there are the more comedic entries, there are more fantasy-focused stories. There's a lot of different things out there that are a lot different than just plain horror and scary story type things in the Goosebumps series. I don't expect it to just be that, gore and blood and whatnot. I don't expect it to just be that. But I expected more. I expected a zombie to I don't know, move its face the wrong way when it looked at the main character. Maybe its eye fell out or something. I don't know. I expected something kind of gruesome like that. You don't get anything like that in here. It really feels like a 2021 kids zombie book. It doesn't feel like a Goosebumps zombie book like Zombie Halloween was. Like, that was what, almost 10 years ago? Something like that? A little bit less than that? It doesn't feel like that. It feels like 2021 try not to be controversial zombie book for kids. That's what it feels like to me. I hate to put it like that, but it doesn't feel like Stein wrote this one. It has sort of the tone going, but it feels more of like mimicry to me. Not mimicry, but you know what I mean. Just trying to be like Stein in the writing style. I don't know, maybe they've tried to find a replacement now. I don't know, but there's just something off here. I don't know how to explain it. The book has no real plot or focus. It's just kind of kid goes to visit family, cornfield issues, no real plot. Just the kid kind of just does stuff. And then the more the plot goes along, or whatever there is as a plot, the more stupid the book gets. The more completely idiotic things happen that make no sense whatsoever, that are so stupid and completely nonsensical. And yeah, I know I'm talking about a Goosebumps book, but I'm going to be honest with you, some of these things you're never going to forget and you're always going to mock about this particular book. It is not the most coherent ending that's ever made sense in a Goosebumps book. Again, motivation-wise, I won't spoil it, but it's very, very incoherent when it comes to that. Doesn't feel like Stein wrote this, you know? I don't know what to say. I'm very let down with this book. It's not a bad book. Please don't take away from this review that I'm thinking it's a bad book. It's not. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I enjoyed it. It's not what the original book synopsis was popping up to be, and I liked that a lot more, the ones that I made a couple of videos about before they changed it about a month before the book was released. But it's not good as it is. It's solid. It's fine, but it's not good. You know what I mean? I don't know, these SlappyWorld books, man, they miss left and right over and over again. Every single book seems to miss, at least by the time the ending rolls around. This one is a big one. I don't know what they were thinking with the ending of this one. Some of the motivations, that's some rough stuff, man. But I would love to hear what you guys have to say about 5th grade zombies down in the comment section down below. I have been dropping some WTFs a lot today as I read this book from page like 80 onward. Some of this is a doozy, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Some of this is something that I cannot put into words without completely thinking about how stupid some of the stuff is in this book. Again, I don't hate the book, but it certainly ain't a great book or a good book. I'm going to give Goosebumps SlappyWorld number 14, 5th grade zombies, a 3 out of 5 stars when it comes to the rating. Again, the ending is really, really off, really kind of rubs me the wrong way, but I like the darker tone to this book. This book has an atmosphere to it. I like that about it. That's what got me through the book even more and got me so interested in this. A lot of the time here lately, I've kind of been burnt out on Goosebumps, especially with the whole house moving thing going on and whatnot. I've been very bogged down with a lot of things. And so when I would try to sit down and read things like All Day Nightmare, that was just a bad book from pretty much almost beginning to end most of the time, which was a Give Yourself Goosebumps book, when I would try to read something like that, or the new IDW book Secrets of the Swamp from Goosebumps, I would struggle pretty tremendously. And I would have a hard time trying to sit down and actively want to read the book. That wasn't the case with this. I had an interest and I wanted to read this. I wanted to see what was going to happen next. I liked the atmosphere. I liked the creepier tone to it. Again, it feels like a Series 2000 book. If you love that from Goosebumps, this is the book for you. It's just by the ending of it, I don't know what to tell you. 3 out of 5 stars for me. What are your thoughts on 5th grade zombies? Did you guys love this one? Did you hate it? I hope that you'll be around sometime soon, folks, to check out my review for Judy and the Beast whenever that comes out. I think it's September when that's getting released. I don't know if it's later in the month or mid-month or whatever. But I hope it's a good one. It sounds good too. It sounds like a Series 2000 book. It's like Stein has hit this darker note again, but he's really not pulling all the way into that, and I really hope that he does with Judy and the Beast. That sounds like a good one. The title alone sounds like a Series 2000 book. But anyway, when it comes to 5th grade zombies, put your thoughts and comments down below. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about this one. I'm a little let down, like I said. Gotta be honest with you. I would be extremely curious to see if they could make this into an episode for the new TV show that's supposedly coming out, if it's good. If it's not terribly awful and bland and political and whatever, if they can make a good, decent show, try this one. Try adapting this one into a 2-parter. This could be pretty decent, frankly. I think you could do something really cool with an adaptation of this. But it feels like it would fit into 1990s Goosebumps TV show era, you know, but it would not fit into now, in 2021 with Goosebumps. This is a little too WTF, once again, to really hit it home. Anyway, put your thoughts and comments down below. Thank you for watching, guys. God bless you, and goodbye.